Okay, got them inside. We're gonna start with Mama's first. This is the one with the square. We get hers going, and then I'll go ahead and work on mine. So far though, it doesn't look too far off in terms of the dimensions. So, pretty happy with that. Now I guess I'll go ahead and get this one taken out. And I'm going to wash out the inside first. Alright, let's get this towel down just in case I got any leaks or drips going. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's see if I get any. Hopefully no leaks or anything. Yep, already. So, can't be a constant flow. Because I think it just brings the water up when the pump is activated. So let's see. See if the drip slows down. So that means I can, oops. Nope, I heard the pump, come on. Wow, that's a lot of water. Okay, so let me rethink this. What am I doing not so right? Okay, it dawned on me, hey, smarty pants, go turn off the pump and flush the toilet. So, learn from my mistakes. Don't try to disconnect the water line until you turned off the actual water pump switch. And then flush the toilet till all the water is out of the line. So now I should be able to simply unscrew this off. Yep, there we are. A little bit of drip, but let me get the towel back under there. Okay, let's see. And there we go. A lot better. So, water line's disconnected. Now that it's all disconnected, I should be able to just pull this bad funnel right on off. Let's see. Voila! There we are. Alright, now that I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a bit and pack it away, because when we do move into the house and we decide to sell the RV or something, the original toilets are going to go back in. Trying to rinse down any last residual solids and get them on down and into the drain. Into the tank. So this little doohickey here spins. Again, that's silicone. But anyway, that spins and cleans out the pipes. Okay, so that's all nice and cleaned out. Looking good. Alright, and I'm going to get the install. The good thing is with this, is with the urine diverter that we got, is the black tank is now, it still be used. It's just going to be used for strictly urine. No wasted water going down. And last night, I had actually already cut out a template from the bottom. I need to know where I'm sitting this toilet. Okay, that's what I got so far. Oh gosh. Should be able to just lift this off carefully. Yep. Don't need this in there right now, so get this out of here. What I have left is the bottom. Put that to the side. If I turn this upside down, get a better idea of where it's going to sit. So, seeing that I traced the cutout and the water hose this way, I'm going to make sure that when I trace it onto the toilet, put it on backwards. So let's do that. First, let's cut our hole. Let's see what I got here. Looks good. So again, flip that over. Now that I have that, gotta get this P-trap onto this side. So I have a coupler here. Join the two pieces. This one slides on in there. Now with the kit, I read and noticed that there's a straight coupler and a 45-degree coupler here. Oopsies. So I could have, depending on how this drain is going. So mine, this particular one is going straight. So I'm going to take this and just go straight in. If it went down and curved or what have you, then I would have put this piece on and inserted it in. But I'm not going to do that because mine is a straight one. says I'm supposed to put it down, but I'm dry fitting it right now before I put the actual base over this. I have to lean in here. That's going to sit in there like so. This is going to connect to the urine diverter. Go directly from there. That's going to connect into the bottom piece of that. Alright, so now that I got that pretty much figured out, I'm going to put these away and get them away from me. Now, I'm thinking, first off, I feel like a little bit of a rock, and I know that I'm on the ground. So, I think what I'm going to do first, before I even start with the whole plumbing up thing, I think what I'm going to go do is get they give you these little rubber feet things. And I think what I'm going to do is put the feet on to help balance this thing out, and we'll see if that's going to work. Because I'm not touching anything, so I don't understand where the wobble's coming from, other than the little lip that's underneath this. Something I can think. So let's just see. Pull that work. Put this under here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that off again. Oh, good catch. And I'm going to go ahead and put these feet on. I think the problem is this. Hopefully you can see that, but this is making me sit up a little higher. So it's giving me a weird wobble, I think. Okay, let's see if that helps it out. Oh yeah, much better. Oh yeah, that helped out tremendously. Now that that's no longer an issue, let's go ahead and get our measurements for this. Now I did notice this thing is just huge, so I guess they give you more than what you may need. So I'm thinking of carving around this, but I think what I'm going to do is just leave it and just force it in. I figure the tighter, the better. In respects to the P-trap, I'm going to go ahead and put some PVC cement on that, because I do not want that to drop down in there. So I'm going to cement that piece onto there. And I'm going to cement this piece to this. Okay. Now that I got that all glued and ready, I need to measure so that I can drill a hole that meets up with the flange bolts, or whatever you call these things. So these sit in here, slide on in like so, and what happens is it gives me something to pull this and the toilet down to the floor, so if the toilet doesn't move. So now I have to do a couple things. First, I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna place it, because I need these screws to make sure that they touch into this. So wherever I'm putting this flange or these bolts, or lining up this bolt to, I gotta make sure and hope that I didn't cut too much, so that I can make sure I get bite into the base itself. So it looks like I did, so I'm happy with that. So now let's just get the measurement, and here we go. I'm just gonna take it out, pull it kind of to the side is what I'm gonna do. And it tells me I have bite on this side, bite on that side. My screw holes. Let me try that. Okay. Alright, let's go try that out. Oh, that would have been bad. Alright, let's just at least do a test before I go crazy with this. These two lined up wonderfully. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna widen the holes out a bit. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to use this to hopefully help press it down. Well, that definitely holds it down. So it bent it in a bit because it's overstuffed, but it's definitely in there. So now I'm just going to tighten these down, which attaches this to the actual base of this. But so far, nice and solid. Okay, now that that's all situated, the next piece I need to put in is the urine diverter. I gotta vacuum that out of here, but the urine diverter. The basic unit, or basic model, or whatever, would come with a gallon jug. We have the different model, which is, it basically diverts the urine through here, and down into here, into that pipe, which flushes into our black tank. That way we don't have to deal with the urine smell. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Slides right into that little crevice there. Now I'm gonna attach. Well, you know what? I'm gonna attach that first. Push that on there as hard as I can get there. Just put that in. All right, so that's on. That's in. That's as far as I can get it. So now the next piece is the floorboard. There's a floorboard this bucket sits on. So let me get that up here. Okay, so after going down to the underbelly, there was a zip tie that was tying these up. I was able to cut that, and now look, I can push this down. And when I get this down, I'm gonna go back underneath after I'm finished and zip tie everything back up. Okay, so now that's down. Next piece is the bucket. Now this should sit down in here, nice and comfortably. Right here. Looks like there's a little stopper here. It keeps it from going back. Keeps it from going back any further than what it should, which is pretty cool. Okay, there's a handle, a little basket here for the mothballs that we are going to put in here. Set that back. So this one is pretty much set. Let's see. Bring back in the old toilet seat. Alrighty, just want to make sure everything's in. Now I'm going to grab my other piece. So now, the only thing I have to do is fill the toilet with the medium. This is the handle it comes with. There's a little split there that sits right inside the little groove and allows you to turn the paddle on the inside. There's an arrow right here pointing the direction that you should be turning it, which is clockwise here. Can't open it when it's in. Pull that up. Pull that up. I'm just pulling it this direction, but we have enough space that we can set this up. And I can pull out the bucket compost and take it out to the pile. I don't have to worry about urine because the urine is going directly down and into the black tanks. So that's that. And I'm going to get probably a little basket or something to hang this. And we're not going to use toilet paper in here. We're going to continue to do what we've been doing, which is put the toilet paper in a waste basket, and it will go out in the pile later on. That way, I don't have to dump this as many times because the tissue is going to make it fill up a lot quicker. Okay, so this little bucket here, or container here, looks like Planters peanut. Well, I don't want to say the name, but peanuts. They say to use this
Start with 3 containers of composting medium, add more as needed. So we are using cocoa core. We have a lot of it coming. I think we have about, I don't know how many pounds or whatever we have of it coming. But for now, we do have pine shavings. So I'm going to go ahead and get 3 containers of pine shavings to start this one off, because we're still waiting on good old Amazon to send us our piles of cocoa core. So I'll be right back. Let me go get that.
So now that I got 3 containers, it actually kind of looks like it's almost full, but
Now that we have that, let me get this out the way.
we're going to go ahead and set that back down in there. I'll go ahead and get my
Mothballs in.
So we're going to go ahead and use mothballs in the little container here. I'll try to alleviate as much of the smell as possible. So I'm going to take these. There you go. I got tons of these now. We're running out of these no time soon. I'm going to put these in a different container so they can stay fresh. We can have them. That's that. And there you be. Looks good to me.